If you look at the where we are at the moment in terms of water stress across the globe, it's getting worse. There's no doubt about it. And we need people with great ideas to support us on this journey. I mean, water means pretty much everything for PepsiCo. If you take it right from the start, from where our crops are grown, through to the water that we use for our manufacturing process and reaching those incredibly high food safety standards that we have to achieve. And also in the product itself, water plays this critical role. But, it's broader than that. It's the need for water in the communities that we operate in. Our communities rely on clean, fresh water because, communities don't thrive unless there's a good supply of clean water. And also for economies to thrive, in order for PepsiCo to thrive, we need water as well. So it's a thread through everything that we do.
It goes way beyond just being a product ingredient, right? In terms of ensuring the communities and where you're operating, actually the water ecosystem is healthy. Absolutely,
and that's why we put together a really comprehensive water strategy for PepsiCo, and that's right from making sure that we achieve great water use efficiency in our agricultural operations. We've got a really strong drive to bring down water use efficiency within our own operations and really move into that circular water approach where we drive down as much as we can, and then also whatever we can't drive down, we replenish back into local watersheds.
So talk to me about, you mentioned the operational water use. So actually how much water you use in your day-to-day operations. There is a target to reduce by about 25% by 2025 and I think it's important to state high-risk areas.
Yeah.
So tell me in terms of kind of how that's progressing, perhaps looking further afield beyond 2025 to 2030, and then really how you see these efficiencies from an operational point of view being made.
So we just recently launched our Sustainable Development Report last month, and there we report a progress of 15% against our target, so another 10% to go, but still making really good headwind there. And we've achieved this through implementing a whole lot of tactics along the way, which are really starting to find ground. So we do implementing a lot of metering in our facilities, so that's really important to understand where water's being used.
Right.
So there's some great progress there. But then also we're putting a lot of effort in doing some really innovative work around water technology, and then also importantly taking those areas where innovation is really flourishing and sharing that with other parts of the business. So making sure that knowledge sharing is happening. Another really interesting technology where we're investing a significant amount of money is around membrane bioreactors, and that's really focusing on how we reuse water within our processes. And that's a technology we're trying to roll out across multiple operations now to really drive down that water consumption. It's taken off in our Latin American operations. That's where we're seeing it really expanding and slowly into other parts of the business. And in Latin America alone, between 2019 and 2020, they reduced their consumption by 20%. And then if you take it from 2015, it's a 40% reduction in water consumption. So really good, significant gains we've managed to get.
Great. Thanks, David, for the update on the technology side. It also sounds as if you're getting a more granular picture of exactly where water is used in different parts of the operation. So you mentioned the use of technologies there to help with reuse. Obviously, water recycling is a big part of your goal to replenish 100% of operational water by 2025. So maybe you can kind of talk a little bit about that, and also kind of maybe looking into the future, the potential use of recycled water as an ingredient.
Yeah, sure. So again, like I mentioned earlier, recycling of water really talks to our whole approach of looking at circularity when it comes to water. And we really believe that, in a very local context, that circularity becomes incredibly important. So our focus on reuse, as I say, we look at every opportunity to recover and reuse water back into the process, so we reduce our reliance on fresh water.
Yeah.
And again, a good example there is our facility in Mexico, Vallejo. And what they've done there is they're taking the byproduct of one of our franchise operations in the city, taking that water, treating it to potable water standards, and then reusing it within our own operation. And essentially what we managed to do through that and a few other reuse opportunities in that site is reduce freshwater consumption by 80%. So, it's a significant gain for that facility.
David, really appreciate your time as always. Thanks for the update, and looking forward to hearing more on the 2030 goals and beyond. Thanks for your time.
No problem.